Sophie had always been a people pleaser. She would bend over backwards to make others happy, even if it meant sacrificing her own needs and wants. It had become such a habit that she didn't even realize she was doing it. But one day, Sophie realized that her constant need to please others was making her unhappy and unfulfilled. She knew she needed to make a change. Sophie turned to her friend Emma for advice. Emma had always been confident and self assured, and Sophie admired that about her. Emma listened patiently as Sophie explained her struggle with people pleasing. Then she told Sophie a story that changed her life. When I was younger, I was just like you, Emma began. I was always trying to please everyone, even at my own expense. But then I had an epiphany. I realized that no matter how hard I tried, I could never please everyone. There would always be someone who was unhappy with me. And the more I tried to make others happy, the more I lost sight of who I was and what I wanted in life. Sophie listened intently, hanging on Emma's every word. So what did you do? She asked. I made a decision to stop being a people pleaser, Emma said firmly. I started setting boundaries and saying a no when I needed to. It wasn't easy at first, but over time, I learned to prioritize my own needs and wants. And you know what? The people who truly cared about me respected my boundaries and supported me in my journey. Sophie felt a weight lifting off her shoulders as she listened to Emma's story. It was like a light bulb had gone off in her head. She realized that she didn't have to keep living her life for others. She could start putting herself first and still be a kind and caring person. From that day forward, Sophie began to make small changes in her life. She started saying no when she didn't want to do something, and she began to prioritize her own needs and wants. It wasn't easy, but she found that as she began to stand up for herself, she became more confident and self assured. And the people who truly cared about her, like Emma, stayed by her side. Sophie learned that being a people pleaser wasn't the key to happiness. True happiness came from being true to oneself and following one's own dreams and desires. And that was a lesson she would carry with her for the rest of her life. Thank you for watching.